If you love rare coins, hidden treasures, and stories from the past that still hold great value today, consider subscribing and staying with us. You never know what gem might be hiding in your own pocket. Let's take a walk back in time. It's 1989. The Berlin Wall is still standing, the Cold War hasn't fully thawed, and Nelson Mandela has not yet been released from prison. In the southern tip of Africa, a small, almost unnoticed coin was being minted. It passed through countless hands, bought loaves of bread, paid bus fares, maybe even found its way into a child's piggy bank. It was just 10 cents. Insignificant to many. But today, that same coin could be worth a small fortune. You might be wondering, how can something so ordinary become so valuable? That's where the story gets interesting. Because value isn't just about what something is made of. It's about rarity, condition, history, and sometimes, a strange twist of fate. This 10-cent coin from South Africa, minted in 1989, holds far more than just metal. It holds a moment frozen in time. 1989 was one of the final years before South Africa entered a new era. The world was changing, and this small coin was part of that world. But here's where things start to turn. Most coins come and go. They wear out. They're melted down. They're lost. But a few survive, untouched by time, preserved by collectors, or simply forgotten in a drawer. And among those survivors, only a handful meet the impossible standards of collectors and appraisers. They must be in perfect condition, with sharp details, no scratches, and a shine that still glows decades later. Those are the coins that fetch jaw-dropping prices. Now, the 1989 South African 10-cent coin isn't made of gold or silver. It's a humble piece struck in nickel. It's light in the hand. It shows a proud protea flower on one side, South Africa's national flower, a symbol of resilience and natural beauty. The other side bears the coat of arms and the date. For most, that's where the story ends. But for a few sharp-eyed collectors and lucky finders, that coin becomes the beginning of something incredible. You see, not all 1989 10-cent coins are created equal. A very specific batch, possibly struck with an unusual die or minted under unique conditions, came out slightly different. Maybe it was a mint error. Maybe it was an experimental strike. Maybe just a perfect alignment of factors. Whatever the reason, a handful of these coins stand out. They're sharper, more detailed, more pristine. Some even have tiny differences that only the most trained eyes can see, and here's what makes it so exciting. One of these coins, just one, was recently valued at a staggering $2 million. That's right. Something you could have slipped into your change back in 1989. Something you might still have in an old box, a forgotten drawer, or mixed in with foreign coins from a past trip. That 10-cent piece, nearly worthless to most people, could hold the key to life-changing money. Now imagine the possibilities. You're cleaning out your garage. You open a jar of old coins. There it is, the 1989 10 cents. It's clean. It's shiny. The details are crisp. You hold it up to the light. Could it be? Could this be one of the rare ones? That's the thrill of coin collecting. It's not just for scholars and historians. It's for anyone with a sharp eye and a bit of curiosity. And for those of you watching who've lived through the 80s and 90s, you're sitting on the exact timeline when this coin might have come into your hands. It might have traveled in your wallet, passed through your business, or landed in your pocket at a gas station. These aren't ancient relics. These are living artifacts, still close enough to touch, still out there waiting to be found. And let's not forget the emotional value. Many South Africans who lived through the 80s remember the feeling of change in the air. That decade was turbulent, uncertain, but full of hope. Holding a coin from that time is like holding a memory. A connection to a version of yourself from decades ago. It's not just metal. It's a time capsule. Collectors today are scouring auctions, estate sales, and online platforms, searching for that perfect specimen. But there's a secret they won't tell you: the next great find is probably not at an auction. It's probably sitting, unnoticed, in someone's home. Maybe in yours. So take a moment after this video. Go through that old drawer. Pull out that tin of coins. Look closely. Feel the weight. Examine the details. You never know what you'll find. And if you do find a 1989 10-cent coin, hold on to it. Check its condition. Look at the edge, the finish, the details of the protea, the lettering, the date. Because if you happen to have one of the rare high-grade versions, it might just be worth $2 million. And that, my friend, is the power of history, timing, and a little bit of luck. This isn't just a hobby. This is discovery. Adventure. Maybe even your next big break. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't already, now is a good time to subscribe. We'll keep bringing you stories of rare finds, hidden treasures, and coins that changed lives. Because you never know, the next one might be yours.